What if I told you that happiness isn't something you stumble upon? It's something you push yourself to create every single day. No magic, no perfect moment, just a mindset you choose to build, step by step. In a world full of chaos, distractions, and endless noise, finding daily peace and strength might seem impossible. But what if the secret is simpler than you think? What if the power to change your day and your life has been inside you all along? Today, we're diving deep into 13 powerful ways to push yourself toward happiness every day, guided by timeless wisdom from the Stoics. If you want a calmer mind, stronger spirit, and a mindset that protects your peace no matter what, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Number 1. Choose to set the tone every morning. You have to fight every morning before you even get out of bed. As soon as you open your eyes, your mind is busy with a million different things. Messages, regrets from yesterday, and worries about what tomorrow will bring. And you're already losing the war before you even step on the ground. It's not that the world is attacking you. You just gave up power without realizing it. But in those first few moments of awakening, there's a secret doorway. It's a short, holy window between sleep and storm. Before the demands of other people hit you in that quiet place, you have a choice, and that choice is where power starts. He was a slave who became a Stoic philosopher. Epictetus said, "First tell yourself what you want to be, and then do what you have to do." He wasn't talking about big plans or long-term goals. Today was what he meant. Now, define yourself first. Not in terms of vague hopes, but in terms of a clear, firm personality. What are you going to be today? In charge of your thoughts or ruled by your mood? Not only that, but your mood doesn't just happen to you. It has a shape, shaped, telling. Your first 5 minutes of the day are like wet cement. The ideas you hold there will become real. You give up your mind before the day even starts if you grab your phone, scroll through chaos, or give in to someone else's need to act quickly. As Emperor of Rome, leader of armies, and the most powerful person in the world, Marcus Aurelius knew this better than anyone else. He told himself every morning, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be nosy, ungrateful, cocky, dishonest, jealous, and angry. There wasn't any anger there. That was a helmet. As he planned for the day, he didn't hope for ease, but instead trained himself for impact. He picked how he felt. He did this not because he thought the world would be nice, but because he was strong when it wasn't. How do you do it? There's no need for smoke or a long ritual. Conditions don't have to be perfect. Every morning, all you need is 5 minutes to think about who you are. Keep quiet and sit up. Take deep breaths. If you need to, close your eyes. Say something easy but strong. I choose to be in charge of my thoughts today. I choose peace over stress, discipline over distractions, and focus over chaos today. I'm not going to wait for the world to be nice. I'm going to be strong, calm, and present. That's it. That small act of self-leadership shapes the rest of your day. You don't go into the storm without any clothes on. Instead, you're armored, not against other people, but against your own scattered ideas. This practice turns into something deeper over time. It's like saying that you are responsible for your mental world, that you've already built a fortress, so it doesn't matter what emails come in, what troubles you face, or what other people say. You didn't just build it by chance. You planned to build it. Seneca said, "No wind is good for a man who doesn't know which port he sails to." You name your spot in the morning. It's when you choose what's important, where you want to go, and how you will handle life, not just react to it. Don't just wake up tomorrow morning. Take charge. Do your best to start the day like a general looking over his army instead of a worker doing what they're told. Your tone tells people what to do. Set it. Take responsibility for it. Keep an eye on how your days start to follow your lead, because you can't be happy when things are going well in the middle of the day. You can find it in the first 5 minutes when you decide what kind of person you're going to be. Number 2, let go of the need to be in control. People live with a certain kind of pain every day, and it doesn't come from failure or disaster. It comes from not giving up, from fighting the truth. Deep down, you thought that everything would be fine if only life would go the way you planned. If only they would act the way you thought they would. That is, if only the time was right. Things should be fair. Life doesn't care about your plans, though. People don't always live up to your expectations. And the harder you clench your hands to hold on to what you can't change, the tired, anxious, and angry you get. The Stoics knew this to be true. They didn't try to change reality, they just accepted it. Not because you're weak, but because it shows how strong you are inside. They didn't try to control what happened. They wanted to be in charge of themselves. We suffer more often in our imaginations than in reality. Seneca said, "You should stop after that line." He's saying that the pain we feel isn't just caused by bad things that happen. We feel that way because we wish it hadn't happened. The mental hold, the resistance, and the "this shouldn't be this way," that's where the pain gets worse. He was even more direct with Epictetus. He said the only way to be happy is to stop worrying about things we can't change. Read it again. You're not at peace when things are easy. It starts when you stop worrying about things you can't change, like other people's views, the economy, the weather, the past, or the future. It's all out of your hands. Still, we waste a lot of energy trying to control it as if we were in charge of the whole world. You're not. Realizing that isn't failure, it's freedom. Something very different happens when you finally let go of the false belief that you are in charge of everything. You get your thoughts back. Stop letting every result pull you around. When things don't go as planned, you stop falling. You start to work from a clear, strong, and grounded place, focusing on what you can change: your attitude, behavior, response, and effort. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius said, "You control your mind, not outside events. Know this, and you will be strong." The main idea behind Stoicism is that there is a clear line between what we can control and what we can't, between the inside and the outside, among our thoughts and everything else. Let's do something useful. You put in for a job but didn't get it? You can't change what your boss does, but you can change how you react to it. Someone treated you badly? Even though you can't change what other people say, you can choose how you react to it. Plans didn't work out? You can't change the time, but you can change how flexible you are. At every time you shift your focus from the outside world to the inside world, you create peace. You go from being anxious to taking action, from being weak to being strong. Giving up is not the same as letting go. It means going to the right battleground. Instead of aiming your energy at the wind, you should start making a fire that can't be put out. The truth is that life has more power over you than you have over it. However, you become stronger when you accept what you can't change and fully own what you can, like your mind, your discipline, and your ideals. It's not easy to let go. It takes willpower to let go of something. But after giving up, there's peace. It's not the peace that comes when everything goes well. This is the peace that stays even when things go badly. That's real strength. That's real happiness. It starts when you stop trying to control life and start bravely guiding yourself through it. Number 3, create small wins to build momentum. You don't have to take over the world before breakfast. Every day you don't have to start a business, write a book, or make a big choice that will change your life. Most people get this wrong. They think change has to be huge for it to matter, that it's not worth anything unless it's exciting. But the truth is that real motion is calm. Real confidence comes from a string of small wins that you don't even notice. Little wins, simple things, repeated over and over. Make the bed. Get that email you've been putting off done. Have some water. Instead of doom scrolling, take a walk. These things don't seem important at all, even funny. They're not though, and you have to say them every day. They show that you can lead yourself and keep your word, even when no one is looking. The Stoics didn't like big acts of kindness. They respected being consistent, honesty, hard work. Alexander the Great wrote, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In that line, the excitement is taken away. You don't need to think too much, plan too much, or wait for the right time. Taking the next right step is important. Here it is. Now. Because you gain self-trust every time you keep a promise, no matter how small. Self-trust is the key to having faith, peace, and clarity. What if a friend said they would call you every day, but kept breaking their word? Would you still trust them? Of course not. You keep telling yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," but you don't. Why? Why would you trust yourself? Every time someone breaks a word, it makes you doubt your own strength. Although, when you win the little fights and show up, even in small ways, you begin to remember that you have power. You're not lazy, you're not hurt, you're just not related to momentum. And that progress starts with small, careful steps. It is not because things are hard that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are hard, Seneca wrote. You don't have to do dangerous things to make your life better. You need little bits of bravery every day. The kind that shows up when you decide to do something instead of putting it off, to act instead of waiting, to finish instead of thinking too much. Let go of the idea that change has to be very big. The truth is much simpler. You build a strong mind by doing things over and over again, pushing yourself, and then resting. You lift your mental weight every time you finish something you didn't want to do. You get stronger with more focus, stands taller. It's easy to catch these wins. A small win leads to a bigger one. When you pay a bill on time, you feel more organized right away. After cleaning up your work area, you're ready to start your job. When you finally answer that text, things in the relationship feel a little better. It's the little things that matter. When your deeds match your values, this is called internal alignment. That's not just getting things done, that's peace. Because worry goes away when you trust your hands to do something. When you really think that your habits will work, doubt starts to fade. You stop being afraid of the big things when you feel good in the little ones. There's no need to climb a mountain. Today is the day to take the next step. The next day. Again and again. Every little win counts. Number 4. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Whatever you say to yourself inside your head has a bigger effect on how you feel than your job, your income, your relationships, or even your situations. Still, that sound is harsh for most people. Important, not kind. A constant stream of criticism and shame that no one else hears but you do every day. Do you forget something? You're so stupid. You miss a goal? Of course you failed once more. Does it make you feel tired or unmotivated? You're not working hard, not strong, terrible. And the worst part? You think it's true. But wait a minute. Think about it. Would you ever talk to someone you love that way? To a kid? To a friend who is willing to do their best? Of course not. You would never say to someone, "You're not worth anything because you messed up today." That being said, why is it okay to say it to yourself? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus showed people how to have freedom of thought even though he was a slave. He said, "What bothers people's minds are not events, but their judgments about events." That's true not only for what happens around us, but also for how we judge ourselves. The voice in your head is always making sense of what you do. Even when nothing is wrong, your life turns into a war if that voice is full of disdain. This is the truth that most people don't want to hear. If your mind sees you as an enemy, you will never be at peace. When you put yourself down, you'll never feel strong. If your inner voice is full of hate, you will never be able to find daily happiness. This doesn't mean you should lie to yourself. This doesn't mean hiding your flaws or acting like everything is fine when it's not. Stoicism isn't about acting happy all the time. It's about being clear. It means seeing things as they really are, without any changes. Yes, tell the truth. Make it clear. Also, be nice. Talk to yourself like you want to get better, not like you want to hurt yourself. Say, that wasn't your best, but you'll do better tomorrow. When you fail, when you're hurt, tell yourself you can feel pain, but you're not done yet. You've been through worse. Tell yourself when you question yourself, you're still there. The soul is colored by the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius wrote, that includes the thoughts you have about yourself. Thoughts that match that tone will help you have a strong, stable, and calm soul. Train your mind the same way you'd train a child, firmly but also gently. Boost up. That's right, lift up. Lead. That's what it looks like to be a self-leader. Seneca also said that people should be gentle when they are corrected. He told people not to punish themselves too much, saying, "No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been fooled by prosperity." To put it another way, life is already very hard. Don't make things worse by seeing yourself as the bad guy. Today, start to pay attention. Listen to the voice in your head. Look at it from the outside and change it when it gets too hard. Not into empty praise, but into truth that helps. In the end, you will believe what you hear the most. And if they are mean, you will live a small, scared, and lonely life. You'll rise, though, if those words are steady, fair, and kind. You'll get better. You'll push yourself because you love yourself, not because you're scared. Talk to yourself like the person you want to win, since you are. Number 5, disconnect to reconnect. Today's world is designed to take your attention away. You're being pulled in a dozen different directions at once. Vibrations, pings, screens that flash, hot topics, and short videos that are meant to keep you mindlessly scrolling. There's always noise, and most people don't even know it's taking away their brain energy every day, every moment. Of course, the Stoics never had cell phones or email, but they knew more than anyone else about this problem. They also lived in a world with lots of things to keep them busy, like political games, public performances, and the noise of the crowd. Their answer was simple, deep, and still revolutionary. They turned inward. Marcus Aurelius, who was ruler of Rome and one of the strongest men in history, wrote in Meditations, "People try to get away from it all by going to the country, the beach, or the mountains. You wish you could too all the time. You can leave it whenever you want, though, by going inside." He called it going back to his inner castle, a mental fortress where he could get away from everything and stay calm, even when things were going crazy. Not escape at all. That's called recalibrating. You have to choose to block out the world's noise so you can hear your own soul. But let's be honest, this is hard to do in this world. It's weird to be quiet. Being still makes you feel bored. People have taught us to look for excitement as soon as we feel even a little pain. The reason we get off track so quickly is that we have stopped sitting with ourselves. If your mind is constantly being stopped, you can't become more self-aware. If you're always comparing your life to someone else's carefully chosen highlights, you can't be grateful. And you can't build peace if automated anger is always sending shockwaves through your body. Seneca warned about this very risk. To be everywhere is to be nowhere, he said. You can't give anything your full attention when you're busy with 1,000 other things. Not your ideas, not the people you know, not even your plans. You're living in pieces and are never fully present anywhere. So what's the fix? It's not running away to a convent. It's not leaving society. Not quite that easy or that hard. You need to get into the habit of checking out of things on purpose. That means you should put down your phone for no reason. It means taking a walk without any headphones on. It means being alone with your thoughts and not trying to pass the time. Instead, you should try to feel what's going on in your mind. Do nothing outside of yourself once a day, even if it's only for 10 minutes. There are no podcasts. Don't look. No doing more than one thing at a time. Just take a seat, take deep breaths, pay attention, relax your mind, take a break from the noise, keep an eye on what happens. At first, it might be too much to bear. You'll naturally look for something to take your mind off of things. But if you stick with the pain, you'll start to see something very rare. Insight. Knowing what's important. Being clear about how you feel. Being sure of what you need to do and what you can finally let go of. Those times when you make small trips back to your inner fortress are when you rebuild your power. Not in the yelling, not while scrolling. You've been running away from silence, though, he said. No one is free who is not in charge of himself. You must also hear yourself if you want to master yourself. To hear yourself, you have to stop. The task is easy. Turn off the noise every day. It's not that the world doesn't matter, it's that you do. Not to run away from life, but to come back to it more awake, more grounded, and more whole. Stop talking so you can really get back together. Number 6, practice the pause before reacting. Your instincts want to act right away when something goes wrong, like a harsh word, a sudden loss, or a rise in stress. To hit back, to protect, to act without thinking. That sudden rush of feeling feels urgent and can't be stopped. A lot of people give in to it without giving it much thought. But that moment, that short pause, has a lot of power. Think about it. A break between the cause and your response. A quiet breath in the middle of all the noise. A time of choice in which you don't give in to impulse. There is peace in that pause. That pause shows strength. He said, "A great man is he who is not moved by the storm." Seneca was one of the most important Stoics. What does that mean? It means that criticism, failures, and anger from other people don't control how you feel. They don't have power over you, because you know how to keep calm when things go wrong. That strength isn't luck or a good attitude. It's a skill, a pattern, a set of rules. How do you make it? You work on your stop. Take a deep breath before you act. Not quick, short breaths when you're scared, but slow, deep breaths that help you center yourself again. During that moment, ask yourself, what's going on? What do I have power over here? In what way can I react that will keep my peace instead of breaking it? Epictetus said it so well. What matters is not what happens to you, but how you react to it. Your power lies in the choice you make in that moment to pause and react instead of blow up or fall apart. This is what stands between your peace and your pain. The break also changes the way your brain works. Your anger, fear, or rage will not be as strong when you choose to slow down and think. You make new paths that lead to actions that are calm and logical. Marcus Aurelius told himself over and over to be kind and patient with other people, even when they were being difficult, due to the fact that he knew it was his choice how to respond and not theirs. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I will meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, but I will not be hurt by any of these. You can keep your word to yourself with the pause. And this is the truth. The break doesn't need to be long. It only takes a few seconds to change your whole state. Counting to 3 before saying can sometimes calm things down. The break gives you room to breathe. A moment to get your mind back from being a mess. A chance to do something on purpose instead of by accident. So stop the next time you feel the heat climbing. Take deep breaths. Take a break. Choose what to say. And make sure you protect your happiness in that choice. Since being happy isn't just having good times, it's about getting good at the bad ones. Number 7. Turn pain into purpose. Everybody has pain. It's just the way people are. It could be a deception that goes deeper than other people know. You keep thinking about a mistake and wonder if you'll ever get better. Or a cut that is so small that no one notices it. The kind of pain that you hide from even yourself. However, the Stoics wouldn't let pain be an excuse. They did not waste time asking, why me? They asked, what now instead? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do about this trouble? Epictetus, who was born a slave and became a famous philosopher, had this way of thinking. Even though things were hard for him, he said, difficulties are what show a person what they are. Pain doesn't make a Stoic weaker. Pain shows how strong a Stoic is. That mirror shows us not only what we've lost, but also what we still have. Courage, strength, and the will to keep going. Even your pain shows that you lived. It shows that you didn't give up even though things were hard. You can use it, not to make you feel worse, but to make your mind and heart stronger. Life's pain can change you, but only if you let it. That wound you're trying to hide, it can help you understand how others feel. It can make you care more about people who are suffering in silence. It can help you learn more about what it means to be human. Marcus Aurelius often thought about the pain he saw around him, like betrayal, political unrest, and personal loss. But he wrote, the thing that stops action moves action forward. What gets in the way turns into the way. Actually, your pain isn't just a problem, it's a way to get where you want to go. A call to stand up, to turn your suffering into a reason to live. It's not easy. There's no need to act like pain doesn't exist. It's about not giving up when things get hard. You can choose to get stronger in the fire instead of running away from it. Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men, Seneca said. Pain's fire shows you who you really are below the surface. So push yourself today to change the way you think about your pain. As a door, not a wall. Not as an extra weight, but as a power source. Because being happy isn't the same thing as not being sad. Being happy means choosing to get up when things are bad. It means having the guts to keep going, fight, and live, even when your heart is heavy. Use your pain for something good. Learn from it. Allow it to push you. Let it change you into the person you want to be. You are not the only one going through this, but you are strong enough to make it your big strength. Number 8. Protect your energy like it's gold. One of the best things about you is your drive. This is what keeps your thoughts, choices, feelings, and everything else that makes you who you are going. But in the world we live in now, energy is always being taken away from you without your permission. You don't have to let everyone into your life. You shouldn't give your time, care, or feelings to everyone. They are not selfish to set limits. they are important. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to stay away from idle chatter, gossip, and pointless distractions while he was in charge of a kingdom. He knew that his mind was the most important place for him and that it needed to be strongly protected. He wrote, "Reject your sense of being hurt, and the hurt goes away." He meant that the power of outside forces over you depends on how you react to them. It is impossible to keep the peace if you let every argument, story, and small drama pull you into them. To keep your energy up, you need to do more than say no to other people. You also need to say yes to yourself. It means being aware that your time and brain space are valuable and limited. When the cost is too high, you don't have to explain why you're pulling back. Don't feel bad about saying no. Leave discussions that are bad for you. Limit your exposure to bad things, like those on social media, in the news, or even from friends and family who mean well but are tiring. Pick quiet over noise. Pick depth over everything else. Be with people who are likely to make you better, Seneca said. Your circle shapes how you feel. Avoid being around people who bring you down and replace them with people who lift you up, push you, and excite you. It's self-respecting to keep your energy safe. It means that your peace is important. It's the basis of resilience because you can give more of your energy to the things that matter. Your goals, your hobbies, and the people who care about you. Bear in mind that you don't reach peace by chance. You can keep it alive by being careful about what and who you let into your life. Keep your energy safe because it really is gold. Number 9. Celebrate the small joys. If you think that you'll be happy when you get that big promotion, go on that dream trip, or meet the right person, you'll spend most of your life waiting. If you're always chasing a then instead of living in the now, you may never get the future you want. Happiness isn't just for big events. It lives quietly in everyday things. It's in taking that first sip of coffee on a cold morning to warm your hands. It's the way the light comes in through the window and makes soft shapes on the floor. It's the satisfaction of finishing a small job, having a clean room, or just taking a deep breath to calm down when you feel stressed. Stoicism doesn't say that happiness or pleasure are wrong. It changes what it means. It tells us to be happy not by clinging to short-lived highs or outside accomplishments, but by seeing the worth in the things that are already around us. True happiness is to enjoy the present without worrying about the future. Seneca wrote, "This is very important because it shows a freedom that not many people have. We often can't keep our minds still because we're worried about what will happen next or sad about what could have been. But happiness lives in being there. Being aware of it helps it grow. You can turn on this light right now if you want to. You should do this on purpose. Stop and enjoy the little things that happen to you throughout the day. Feel the sun's warmth on your skin. Pay attention to how your food tastes. Listen to someone you care about laugh. Take a moment to remember that there are already many reasons to be happy in your life." Marcus Aurelius told himself the same thing. When you wake up in the morning, think of what a precious gift it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. You can choose to be happy. A pattern, a way of thinking that comes from being thankful for the little things in life that we often miss. It's the cure for being unhappy all the time. When you enjoy the little things in life, you build up a supply of happiness that will see you through the tough times. You bring happiness with you instead of waiting for it. So push yourself to enjoy and be thankful for the present moment. Don't put off being happy until later. Take in what's here. Because you can't work your way to true happiness. It's something you find in everyday life. Number 10, move your body to move your mood. In this path to daily happiness and peace, your body and mind go hand in hand. When one falls, it puts stress on the other. How you move, breathe, and hold yourself has a direct effect on how you feel. Movement is one of the best ways to clear your mind, give you energy, and calm you down. Imagine waking up feeling sleepy, stiff, or antsy. It's hard to think straight and everything seems worse. Now imagine doing something for 10 minutes that isn't a run or a full gym session. It could be a simple walk, some light stretching, or taking slow, deep breaths. Pay attention to how that small thing can change your whole day. The Stoics had a deep understanding of how the mind and body are connected. Marcus Aurelius, who was in charge of the kingdom, insisted on both mental and physical discipline to keep his mind sharp and strong. He thought that not taking care of the body made the soul weaker, and that taking care of the body was important for building character. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of virtue, but without discipline, the journey is impossible, Seneca wrote. One way to be disciplined is to take care of your body, not as a job or a punishment, but as a holy duty that helps your mind. You don't have to do a lot of workouts to use this strength. Moving around is all you need to get your nervous system out of stress or stagnation and into flow and focus. Think of moving as a way to wake up. As you stretch, your lungs fill with fresh air and your heart beats faster. This makes your head wake up too. Moving around gets rid of both tiredness and stress. It tells your brain and body, I'm still alive. I'm here. I'm ready. If you do this small, deliberate action every day, it can become a key part of your daily peace and strength. Pushing yourself to move is a gift to your future self, even on the worst days when you don't feel like it. He said, "No one is free who is not in charge of himself." It only takes small steps of care and focus to become a master. One of the fastest ways to take back control of your state is to move your body. So push yourself today, not to hurt your body, but to wake it up, to get your energy flowing again, to get your mind clear. 1 minute can make a big difference in your day, because the decisions you make every day determine how happy you are, and movement is one of the most important ones. Number 11. Make peace with imperfection. Nothing will ever be just right. Your schedule will be a mess, your relationships will have rough spots, and your growth will stop and start all over the place. If you wait for everything to be perfect before you can be happy, you'll give up your peace of mind for something that doesn't exist. It's hard to learn this lesson in a society that is obsessed with having it all and doing everything perfectly. It's easy to think that only people who have everything together are happy when we look at pictures of people with perfect lives, bodies, and achievements. However, Marcus Aurelius, one of the smartest Stoic rulers, said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in the way you think." You can't be happy when things are perfect. You can only be happy when you accept them as they are. Timetable chaos, emotional chaos, and halting, slow progress. Such are the facts of human life. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca wrote to stress this idea of letting go of life's flaws. If you want to be perfect, you need more power, success, and approval, and you'll always want more. Stop trying to be perfect. Don't wait for the stars to line up or for the right time to come along. Take a moment to appreciate how much growth, rest, and connection you have. Give up the idea that you need to be perfect to be at peace. Life is a mess. Life is beautiful, even though it's messy. Your story is unique because of the crooked lines, the surprising turns, and the uneven spots. It's also very wise to learn how to hold both the mess and the beauty in your hand at the same time. You will be fine if you don't expect that things happen the way you want them to. Instead, wish that they do happen the way they do. This is not giving up. It takes guts. It means being able to deal with things the way they are, not how you want them to be. And when you accept that, you find peace. Try to see the beautiful and the flawed things at the same time. Honor growth over perfection. Honor hard work over results. Enjoy the messy human journey that is your life. You stop fighting a battle you can't win when you accept your flaws. This lets you live a more free life. Number 12. Give without keeping score. Give. Please help. Lift up. Oh, and throw away the receipts. Being generous gives you a deep freedom that the mind that is looking for something will never know. When you give without expecting anything in return, like praise, thanks, or payment, you tie yourself to how others respond, and your happiness depends on that. But when you give without expecting anything in return, you find a quiet power that can't be broken. The Stoics thought that virtue was the most important thing in life and the best way to judge someone's character. One of the most powerful virtues you can practice every day is giving, not just money, but also your time, your patience, your kindness, and your care. When you have the power to help someone, why put it off? Asked Marcus Aurelius. How come you put things in your own way? This is what it means to give without asking anything in return. It's something you do every day to remember that giving makes you stronger, not hoarding. Not by asking, but by giving. Freely giving doesn't mean being a fool, though. Having this understanding means realizing that what you give is more important than what you get in return, no matter what. When you help someone in need without expecting to be thanked, you show both humility and kindness at the same time. When you support someone without expecting praise, you build real compassion. When you back others without speaking, you build a wall of quiet confidence inside yourself. A lot of people don't know this, but being kind is also a gift to yourself. You feel good, your heart opens, and your brain changes the way it works. It ties you to other people and to your own sense of purpose. Giving in this way is a sign of power, not weakness. Being brave means doing good things even when no one sees them, and trusting that they will pay off in the end. You don't need to go this way by yourself. This is how we can work every day to be happy, peaceful, and strong inside. Number 13. Anchor your day with a quiet reflection. As the day comes to a close and your body gets ready for sleep, fight the urge to fall asleep right away. Your mind is still full of unfinished business, fears, or regrets. When you carry the stress of the day into the night, it takes away your peace and makes you doubt the new start that is the next day. Marcus Aurelius, who was both a philosopher and emperor and had a lot of duty, often ended his day by writing in his journal. He looked at his decisions, his thoughts, and his growth as a person with an open and honest mind. These daily thoughts weren't about being perfect or being hard on yourself. They were about becoming more aware and changing direction. You don't have to write a book or have a lot of deep thoughts. Just 2 minutes of peace and quiet are enough. Do something quiet before bed. Close your eyes or get a pen and paper. Then ask yourself a simple but powerful question. Did I lead my mind today, or did I let it lead me? This question points the way. It makes everything fit again. It helps you remember that happiness isn't somewhere far away or something you'll finally reach. To be happy, you have to make a daily effort to control your thinking, pick your attitudes, and shape how you react. This helps you remember that peace isn't a one-time thing, but a place you visit every night and every day. Living is like a story. It doesn't matter how long it is, but how good it is, Seneca wrote. Quality over number. And that quality comes from thinking about it and setting out to do it. You can become more self-aware by starting your day with this easy pause. You make a holy place where you can remember your successes, reflect on your flaws, and make plans for how to get better tomorrow. This practice makes you stronger. It makes worry go away. It helps you keep your mind calm so you can handle whatever comes next. So push yourself tonight and every night to stop, think, and get back in touch with your peace and purpose. You are in charge of your thoughts, and every day is a chance to steer them with power and wisdom. Being happy, at peace, and strong isn't just something that happens to you. You decide what to do every day. You can choose how you want to start your day, whether you want to hold on to things you can't change, build confidence with small wins, or be kind to yourself. You can choose to tune out the noise, practice pausing, turn your pain into purpose, keep your energy safe, and enjoy the little things. You have choices about how to move your body, accept your flaws, give freely, and start your day with thought. This is how you think. Your way to daily strength and happiness. If you're ready to take this trip, don't forget to subscribe and join a group of people who want to live with calm power and steady joy. You're not by yourself. You can work toward happiness every day.